How do I work this thing? Oh, it's on already? Oh, okay. Garrett here, just wanted to say to you all, the thing you're about to watch contains some adult themes such as blood, gore, violence, drug and alcohol abuse, and things of an adult nature. So please, look after yourselves. Thank you.
The last thing you remember is being carried through the rain back to Raven's Jeep a few moments after Garrett picks up something from the woods. Your vision is in and out, the water of the rain waking you up every once in a while as sharp pain shoots from your lip throughout your body. You feel hot but oh so cold. It's a weird sensation. As you black out again, the next thing you remember is your head in the lap of Raven as she's like, "It's gonna be okay, Ashley. It's gonna be okay." Oh God, why did we even go to this party? I'm so sorry. It's my fault. As you hear the sound of rain bouncing on glass as windscreen wipers clean it off as you're in the back of the Jeep. As your friend Raven attempts to change your top out from this blood-soaked sweater to whatever they have on hand. As your eyes shutter closed again and you wake up, hearing a door open, the door of your new house, the cabin in the woods. As your father's like, "What happened? What happened to her? Who are you and what are you doing? Raven? Come in, please, come in." As he leads you in, you get brought in. You hear the sound of boots on stairs as you get led upstairs. As you get carried upstairs by Garrett into your bedroom as he places you on your bed. Raven's like, "Privacy, guys. I'm gonna get her out of her wet clothes." And Garrett silently just leaves as her father's like, I'll put the... what happened?" And he's like, and then you just hear Garrett's gruff voice. "I'll tell you downstairs." It's like, "Hey, okay. Okay." As your father leaves and goes down the stairs. Next thing you remember is being tucked in. Being warm under all your sheets and blankets. The sound of Raven saying she'll see you soon as she gets up to leave. The door closing. Your father checking up on you, checking for a fever. You don't know what they've told him. Probably not the truth, or I'd be more concerned. He does call you a silly girl under his breath as he kisses your hand and checks your temperature. And then he leaves again. You don't know how much time has passed. You hear the rain through an open balcony door as it pitters patter. Garrett pouring something into your mouth from a small wooden bowl. It tastes rancid and burns its entire way down your throat. As your eyes flicker open for a split second after he gets up and goes and leaves you, you see him stood in the open balcony door as he slides it closed again, and then you see him step off the balcony and just disappear over the cliff. You have quite the fever dream over the next couple of hours, tossing and turning in bed. Life's hell as everything hurts. Your father comes to check up on you every once in a while. Until eventually, pitch black, a half moon in the sky. Your eyes flicker open as you feel a stabbing pain throughout your body again. You get up to stumble your way to your ensuite bathroom. As you slam the door open, you feel a stabbing pain in your stomach again as you look at yourself in the mirror. As you do, your eyes turn yellow. And as you once again feel the stabbing pain, you lift up your pajama top to see what looks like the face of a wolf trying to pull itself through your skin to get out. And then as you look back up after looking at your disfigured monstrous stomach, you are a wolf. And that's when you wake up in a fever again. The sound of birds chirping outside. A plate of food on your bedside table, cold and stale. The sound echoing through your house. Your hearing has never been this sensitive as you hear your father moving around downstairs, dealing with something. He's on the phone. As you hear, you need to come by, Doc. She's ill. She still hasn't woken up properly in days. She just mutters to herself and goes back to sleep. I'm really worried about her. Please come, doctor, please. Then you hear him put the phone down and say, fuck, the fucking useless around here. And it's not often you hear your father swear. So that concerns you a bit. You touch the soft pink skin now forming on your neck where the bullet entered. And there's no bullet wound. There's not even a bandage. Your pajamas and blankets soaked with sweat, as you're assuming this fever you have struggled with for who knows how long has finally broken. What do you do?
I'll peel myself out of my sweaty blankets and open my. Is my bedroom door open or is it closed?
It's closed.
Okay, I'll just open it and stumble downstairs, calling out for my dad.
You do feel weak as you crawl out of bed. You don't know if it's hunger or dehydration. You don't know how long you've been asleep as you lean up against the wall on the door frame. As you press the door on, twist the door handle and push it open, you sort of fall forwards, outwards, grabbing the banister for balance as you slowly make your way down. Your father hears the ruckus, and as you try to make your way down the stairs, he comes running to the bottom of the stairs, like, Ashley, you're awake! Oh, thank God, as he sprints up the stairs and nearly just knocks you over with the sheer panic he has in his hug, as he picks you up on your tiptoes as he wraps his arms around you and holds you in tight. Back to bed, young lady. Come on.
I'm all sweaty and it's sticky and it's wet and cold.
You've had a fever for days, love. Please, come on. And he hasn't done this in years. You didn't even think he could still do this, with him being the Weasley book nerd that you grew up with. But he picks you up and holds you in his arms as he carries you into your room and places you back on the bed. His stance isn't as strong as Garrett's, and his arms aren't as cozy as Garrett's, but yes, he places you back on your bed, gets you a glass of water to drink.
That's what.
Would you like another one?
Please.
He goes to your bathroom and pours another one. He goes, why is your mirror broken? Cold place. Must have broke. Humidity, maybe.
I will not tell him about the dream I had.
He comes over and he gives you a drink. He feels your head as you drink the water. He reaches into his large, oversized dad sweater with the leather elbow pads and pulls out some ibuprofen, pops two out and gives them to you. Take these.
I'll pop one in my mouth at a time and swallow with some water.
As you pop them in your mouth, the sugar coating the palm pills to make them easier to swallow is overbearingly sweet. And water has never tasted this good to you. As you feel the water and the pills go completely down your digestive system to your stomach. Your esophagus to your stomach.
What day is it, Dad?
Sunday.
It's only been 2 days?
Only? Did you plan on being out for longer? You worried me, dear.
What happened?
Raven said you drank something you shouldn't have, given to you by one of the jocks. She assumes it's been spiked. I've rang the sheriff and she's going to look into it.
I didn't drink anything.
And what happened, dear? If you can identify...
I was shot.
You were shot? Where?
My neck! With a gun!
He lets out a bit of a chuckle. Dear, if you were shot, there'd be a mark. God, whatever he gave you must have been strong.
There is a mark. It's not as extreme as I thought it would be. But I remember being shot.
He looks as you, present your neck to him. He's like... He puts his little reading glass on, pushes him up, looks awesome. Looks like a hickey to me.
It is not.
Well, the sheriff said she'll come by when you wake up. I'll give her a ring and you can fill in a report. If you remember the guy who gave you the drink.
I I didn't drink anything.
You definitely weren't shot, love.
Yes, I was. I remember it clearly.
You do not have a single scratch on you. You weren't shot. It's okay. You don't have to protect them. You did something very bad.
And there's no one to protect. The only guy who kissed me at all that day was Garrett.
So it was Garrett who gave you the pills.
No! No one gave me anything. I didn't drink anything at the party.
Yeah, you wasn't shot. You don't need to cover for them. They need to pay. If it was...
I'm not covering for anyone, Dad. The person who shot me was part of that weird gang thing.
Now you're getting into gang activity?
No.
We've been in town for like 2 days.
The people who shouted.
What?
Part of the same group as that guy who was pulled out of the motel.
You were shot by one of them militia dudes.
Yes.
And I've not heard anything about this.
What did they tell you? Where's Mom?
As you say, Mom, his complexion gets dark again.
Dad, where's Mom?
They didn't tell me anything about what happened. Apparently the party got wrapped up by the sheriff's department. You guys all got sent home. You came home in a state. Gareth told me that you were roofied, or he suspects you were. Raven told me there was definitely drugs at the party.
I didn't drink anything.
Yeah, and he puts his hands on his cheek and he's being very tender in his touch. Something happened that night, and you're not in the right mind.
Mom didn't come, did she?
His shoulders sink. I left her a message.
Oh, great, a message. She didn't care enough to answer her goddamn phone.
She's a busy woman. You know this, Ashley.
Too busy to see her daughter, who I guess was so sick that I couldn't do anything. I could have died and she wouldn't have cared.
You know that's not true.
True.
She loves you.
If she loved me, why didn't she answer the phone? Why didn't she come home?
She still does business where she is. How do you think we pay for all this? Yes, my books help, but your mother has all the money.
No business is more important than your own family.
She's always... He grabs your hand, holds it. She's always been like this. It's my fault for picking her as the mother of my beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful daughter as a kiss you on the hand.
That's not a good thing about her. She was my incubator.
Hey. We talk about people respect in this house. So, I'm gonna get you some breakfast. You're gonna eat it while I check to see if she rang back. I left a message back. Then I'm gonna ring... As you say, don't bother. He's like... Ashley. And then I'm gonna ring your friend's mom, the sheriff. Let her know you're awake so you can fill in a police report. I'm sure Raven would like to know you're doing okay.
She's the one that shot my good sword.
He takes in a deep breath when you say you get shot, like he's getting a little annoyed with your insistence that you were shot.
I know what happened that night. I didn't drink anything. I wasn't even around boys, aside from Garrett, and he didn't give me anything.
Okay. Look me in the eyes, Ashley. You truthfully believe you were shot?
Yes.
Would you have zero evidence of a gunshot wound on you? I've not heard anything about these militia guys in town since the incident of the motel. I've been looking out, inspiration for my book and all. So, where's your evidence of this?
My clothes. They should be covered in blood. I was shot in the neck.
Your clothes? I have them somewhere. He gets up and goes over towards the balcony screen door and leans down to go for your clothes basket and pulls out a Metallica t-shirt.
I wasn't wearing that. I was wearing a white lacy top and my pink skirt.
Well, this is what you came home in, and he holds up like jean shorts and a Metallica t-shirt.
Have I ever worn anything like that?
Well, you went to Ravens before you went to the party. Oh, you could have changed there.
I wore a top and my pink skirt. I know what I wore, Dad.
Baby. As he drops the stuff back in and rushes back over the table. I would love... I trust you. I really do. But you're confused.
Why don't you believe me?
You went through an ordeal.
Because I was shot!
You remember that time in New York where I accidentally clipped another car?
Yeah?
I couldn't remember what the colour of that car was. I told the police it was blue. According to the paint that was still on my bumper, it was red. You went for a traumatic event, my dear. Your brain could have been skewing everything.
I know what I wore. I wouldn't wear that!
Yeah, try and remember what happened, okay?
What happened?
I love you.
I love you too.
Kiss you on the head. Let's get some fresh air in here. As he gets up and goes over to the balcony door, as he goes to undo the lock, he presses the button on the lock and it falls out the door. He's like, huh. And then he just slides the door open and then looks, and the lock's clearly broken. Is this always like this?
Like what?
The door's broke. Something to add to the list of this rundown building your mother bought for us. I'll go and make your favourite breakfast.
Please.
Would you like it in bed?
I don't want to be in this bed anymore.
Fine, we can eat it on the balcony if you'd like.
I want to go downstairs.
Okay. As he walks past you, he comes over to you again for a kiss on the head. Get a shower.
I would love to. I bet I stink.
He pinches his fingers together, like, just a little.
Get out.
Fine. See you soon.
Yeah.
For reference, what is Ashley's favourite breakfast?
Her favorite breakfast is blueberry waffles.
Woo! You guys throw some blueberry waffles together. Brings out, so he has all the condiments, syrup, butter, etc. Even if you don't end up using it, you pour them out anyway. He went all over the top. He has that honey, that bear honey. That's so popular.
In the bear jar.
Yeah, he has a pot of coffee poured. Now he's already drinking probably 3 cups out of. From the bags under his eyes, you're assuming he hasn't had a wink of sleep since you got brought home.
Meanwhile, my mom's probably sleeping like a baby.
As you're walking down the stairs, smell the food. The smell of the food is overwhelming. It makes your stomach turn and twist as your smell breaks through all of the ingredients on the table. The blueberry pancakes smell amazing and everything, but your nose, no matter what you try, every time your nose passes over the bacon, your mouth drools. As you make your way to the table, freshly showered, after the maybe half an hour you chose to clean yourself in the shower, brush the knots out your hair, clean yourself up, maybe even inspect your gunshot wound. It is freshly pink, scarred skin. This is the last stage of a scar. The thing that catches your eye most is when you go to brush your teeth and the remnants of the broken mirror. The cut on your lip has fully healed, but it's definitely a scar. Then you remember the moment Garrett kissed you, and the moment he bit your lip. As so much pain flooded through your body as the heat of the bullet burying deep into your skin. That was all forgotten for the split second that he took your first kiss. And then you make your way downstairs for breakfast. Your father pours himself another cup of coffee and reaches over to pour you one. The smell of the black coffee in your mug is overwhelmingly gross.
I'll cream and sugar into it and hopefully that helps.
As your father feels around his pockets, looks around the table, takes a swig of his black coffee, as you put cream and sugar into your coffee. Have you seen my glasses?
You have them on, Dad.
She feels his face. Oh,
How much coffee have you drank?
today? Not much.
Yeah? How much?
This will be my second. No, my third.
She squints and is like, huh?
What? It's definitely a fresh pot.
Coffee makes you forgetful if you have too much of it. So I'd say you probably have had a pot and a half.
No lack of sleep over my
Dying daughter?
only offspring. It makes me forgetful.
He smiles at him. I think that should be your last cup of coffee for today, Dad. I had enough coffee this whole weekend to last you a month.
Sure. You don't even need to roll an insight. He's lying. Just his entire stature from when he helped you into your room has changed. The weight of the world is sort of falling off his shoulders now that you're awake and interacting, and he looks exhausted.
I'll give him a big old hug and tell him, just go to bed.
But well, once you're okay, the doctor looks at you, the sheriff talks to you, and you get in touch with Raven. I promised her that you'll ring.
While he's given the excuse, she'll guide him towards the couch and sit him down.
I'm assuming after you share a quick breakfast. The entire time you're talking to your dad, your eyes kept going back to the bacon, and you hate the fact that it was because it sort of completely took your mind off your favourite blueberry pancakes.
I'll tell you this, you take a nap on the couch and I'll wake you up when the sheriff or doctor gets here.
I haven't called him yet.
We'll call him so you can take a nap.
You best wake me up.
I will. Pinky promise. Cross my heart. Hope to die.
What's up his pinky?
I interlock my pinky. Well, behind my back, I have my fingers crossed.
He links him and locks it.
Sink it.
And then he goes and makes a phone call to the sheriff. The phone call's light. You hear her voice as your earrings coming in and out. And when I say in and out, it goes from being pretty normal to long range. You hear the sound of butterflies flapping their wings in the woods and deers running through. It's kind of off-putting. And then your hearing comes back, and then you can hear the sheriff clear as day down the phone with a bit of static overlay. But other than that, she's as clear as day. Oh, she's awake? Great. I'll come over lunchtime. Just gotta wrap up some of the things back at the station. I'll let Raven know. Unless Ashley wants to.
Want to what?
As you say this, he looks over. A bit weirdly at you. And then he looks down to the phone to make sure he hasn't left it on loudspeaker. Do you want to let Raven know that you're okay?
Of course you do.
She says she'll give her a call. And you hear the sheriff let out like, I'm glad she's okay. Those parties can get out of hand, and you bet your ass, Mr. Edwards, that we will find the culprit for what happened to Ashley. I don't take that behavior.
I'm blowing my breath. You're never gonna find that guy. It's ribbons.
And he says thank you, and then they say they have a cordial bye and hang up. And he tries to ring the doctor's office, but it just goes to the number you were called is in service. Then he just hangs up and he's like, I'll try again later.
I don't know. Dad medicine works pretty well. How am I looking, Doc?
He lets out a smile. You look okay. Still one you checked over.
Okay.
Seem pretty delusional.
You can probably do that at a walk-in clinic.
On a Sunday?
Is it one of those towns where everything's closed on Sunday?
God, I forgot you were used to New York, but yeah. Fuck, I can't even go to the grocery store. If you need anything, it's what we have in the house.
I think I'll be okay. Now you take a nap. I got you first.
You best wake me up when she gets here.
I will.
I'll be angry. He takes his glass off and leaves them on the table next to the phone.
I'll grab one of the throw blankets off of one of the chairs and put it over
He
him.
gets up and goes over to the couch and lies down. So, yeah, as you put your dad down for his nap, you tuck him in, kiss him on the head.
Yep.
And, yeah, no, for like the first 10 minutes or so, he's just asking you questions like, you sure you're okay?
Yes, Dad, I'm fine.
Sure.
You're worse than I was when I was 6. Yes, I'm good. Go to bed.
And literally, as you turn around to say yes here with a bit of an attitude, he's already out cold. So what else do you do with the house to yourself?
Go eat some breakfast. I will try my best to ignore the bacon because before now, bacon was my least favorite part of breakfast. So I'll just let it sit there and be cold while I enjoy my waffles.
Waffles are very sweet, all of... But the thing I noticed about waffles that you've never noticed before is the overwhelming taste of flour. Plain white flour.
Oh. Yes, I was so worried you cook these like shit. I'm very upset.
Then you hear the animalistic need for bacon crawl back into the back of your skull. And then there's something in your mind tells you that there's raw steak in the fridge.
I grab a piece of bacon and very hesitantly go to the fridge.
You eat part of the piece of bacon in your mouth as you get up and walk to the fridge. It's divine. Best thing you've ever had. The moment the fat melts on your tongue and the protein digesting by your teeth, you feel like this is how you're meant to live. This is you. This is existence to you. And the moment fades as you swallow the bacon.
I was like, ugh, that was weird.
And as you open the fridge, you get there and you're freaked out a bit. Yeah, you look around the fridge. You can smell the milk is going off as your senses span outwards more. Smell the milk's going off, and you start like cover your nose a bit. You can smell the mustard through the jar. You can smell the raw steak, cellophane wrapped in the lunchbox on the middle shelf. Single drip of drool runs down your chin. You haven't eaten in days, and the sound of your heartbeat and the gurgle of your stomach shudders through your entire body.
For like a half second, I think about what it would be like if I bit into it, and then disgusted with myself, I close the fridge and go back to the bacon.
As you step away from the fridge, you have a strong smell of rot as you close the fridge again.
Rot? Oh yeah, the milk.
It's not the milk.
What is it?
You smell, and you can't help as you walk away from the fridge. The smell echoes, and something takes over a little bit, and you go to the balls of your feet, and you clench your fists as you start to smell the air. A bit animalistic as your senses take over. You lean down, and just under the fridge, there seems to be a single grape rotting, a single maggot digging around in it. The smell is uncontrollably disgusting.
I go rummaging for a broom. I gotta get that out of this house.
And you throw it out. As you do, you go back to breakfast, and you finally, after a few more slices of bacon, you choke down the pancakes and everything. And once you do, whatever's going on with you right now settles. Sounds aren't as loud. Smells aren't as strong.
Actually, that's a big sigh of relief.
But every once in a while, when you catch yourself just daydreaming, your mind goes back to the raw steak in the fridge. Well, yes, as all that happens, I'm assuming you go upstairs and put on some decent clothes. If the sheriff's coming, you don't want to really be in your pajamas, like, in
My lounging
clothes. Yeah, you want to look a bit presentable. And then you remember you need to give Raven a call.
I rushed to the
You
landline.
went to the landline. Thanks to how your mum is, you do have one of them fancy new cordless phones. That allow you to make a phone call anywhere in the house. It's massive. It's like holding a brick to the side of your face.
One good thing about my mom.
She does like to keep on top of technology, strangely.
I grab the phone and I beep in Raven's home number.
As you go to type in Raven's, you realise you don't 100% know it. And then you remember you did write it down. So you run upstairs to your personal little phone book. You probably keep in your bedside table to get the number. And as you start dialing in, you look up and the balcony door is slightly open. Probably an inch or two. The smell of the lake, salted air, pushes in through the... Well, it's not salty, it's fresh water. The smell of the lake coming through. And a distant smell of fire.
I'll open it and glance down to see where the fire's coming from.
As you walk out, dialing the number, you hold the phone to the side of your head. As you hear the sound of the dial, as you slide the door open, you understand what your dad was talking about earlier. The lock of this door, now you were 100% sure, was completely intact when you moved into this room. Sort of looks like it's been shorn out the wall, like something with great strength grabbed it and pulled it open.
I think back to my fever dream of Garrett feeding me something out of a bowl.
And as you
Nah.
as you go out onto the As you go out onto the balcony, the phone finally stops ringing as you hear Raven's voice as you lean on the balcony and look over the dark water lake, the white sandy beaches, driftwood on it, the long pine trees off in the distance on the other side of the lake as you are surrounded by forest with the small town of Waycliff probably halfway through the lake. You look about 300 feet up the beach to the old shiny 1960s camper. Just outside is an old man in a wheelchair again, swigging a beer as a small bonfire in the middle of the beach has been set up. As Garrett throws whatever onto it. Seems like trash. And then he goes and takes a chair next to the old man in the wheelchair, reaches into a cooler and pulls up a can. And as you say hello, as soon as Raven says hello, down the phone, they both look up to you for a split second and then go back to watching the bonfire.
When I see them look up at me, I do that thing where it's like you pretend like you weren't looking at them and I speed walk back to my room.
So you walk back into your room. Hello?
Hey!
Oh my god, it's so good to hear that you're okay.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Interesting, considering what happened Friday.
I know.
What do you think happened Friday?
You were roofied.
I wasn't.
Ashley, you were roofied.
I know what I was wearing when I went to that party, and I would never wear a Metallica t-shirt.
You got given a pill in your beer.
I didn't drink. You know I didn't drink.
Ashley, please.
Why are you lying to me?
She goes silent. Her voice breaks a little and I'm not.
You are.
You roofied it. She stops. Please, Ashley. And you can start her getting upset over the phone.
What happened?
I'm glad you're okay.
Please.
And then she hangs up.
And just toss the brick onto my bed.
He does. Yeah, it just bounces on the bed. Your father's asleep. The sheriff's probably going to be in the next 3 hours. You need answers. What is your plan?
Well, the only other person who was there that night is down at the beach.
You go to the beach?
Yeah. I'm gonna take my car down to the beach. So I'm not going the way that I saw Garrett go during that fever
just
dream.
leaps over the balcony.
I'm not going to jump off the balcony.
You actually don't need to take your car, because at the end of a bit of your land, if you go right outside your building, there is a sort of alcove that ducks down, and there's a wooden staircase that leads you down to the beach.
Oh, perfect. No, I'm not gonna be creepy.
Pulls you out a few hundred feet away from Garrett, closer to Waycliff, so you'd have to double back to get to Garrett. So yeah, you like, this motherfucker's gonna answer me. He's just got a skull out.
He's the only other person who was there.
Got a skull out. You throw a jacket on in case it rains. There does seem to be clouds in the air this evening. And you leave the house, your father loudly snoring away now. And you make your way through the forest outside your house until eventually you get to, as they call it, the lake gate. There's a sign outside your nailed to your patio, and that literally says "to the lake," and then the signs in the shape of an arrow pointing towards the overgrown path that you have to sort of make your way through to get to the stairs to lead down. You do. The stairs are crookedy and old and probably need some maintenance, but they hold your weight pretty easily. It's not so bad being a 110-pound cheerleader.
Yep.
Yeah, you make your way down. Do you just beeline straight for the camper?
I have no reason not to.
Just beeline straight over. As you do, Garrett sort of stands up, looks over, looks to his dad. His dad says something. If you'd like to roll me a wits awareness, see if you pick up on it with your newfound hearing.
I would love to.
It's a normal roll. Your difficulty is 3. I'm already taking into account your better hearing.
No.
You can willpower.
Okay. Where is it? There it is. Willpower reroll. Can I reroll?
You can reroll. Well, hunger doesn't exist in this, so you can reroll all your dice if you wanted to. You can reroll both of those.
2. No.
That's free.
Does it work?
Yeah, you got one. So yeah, you sort of tuck your hair behind your hair, and as you do that, just off instinct, your ear reaches out to the conversation they're having, and you just hear a choking, "Boy, go. I'll talk to her."
No, I want to talk to Garrett.
He quickly drains the drink he has and walks off the opposite direction from you. Towards the pickup truck.
Garrett?
Yeah, towards the pickup truck.
I'm running towards him. Don't you run away from me.
Yeah, he will get to the pickup truck before you get to him. There's still like 80 feet between you.
I'm going to shout at him. Get back here.
As you do, he sort of pulls past you and just drives off into the town. As you pull up, the old guy in the wheelchair, he's got like a tank of oxygen, you know, the wires, the tubes over his ears going into his nose. He puts a cigarette in his mouth and struggles to like click the flint of the lighter as he's in his wheelchair, as he lets out a deep cough. He's gone to get my medicine.
I don't think you should be smoking if you're on oxygen.
I'm already dead.
I need to make it more painful.
You're gonna take the only few pleasures from an old man away?
I guess not.
Well, you're up. Could you get me a beer? As his shaky hand goes to the cooler next to the chair Garrett was in.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
You go over and you crack a beer and give it him.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you reach down to grab the bottle opener, you get a strong scent of Garrett off the bottle opener as your smell kicks in. And the old guy gives you a smile as you pause for a second as you take the scent in. It's intoxicating. Thanks, miss. As his shaky hand reaches out, do you mind?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. And I'll just pop it open for him and give it
He
to
holds
him.
it. And then he holds out the light, the Bic. The Bic lighter to you. My fingers can't work them too well. Do you mind lighting my...
Of course.
Would you like the cigarette?
Well,
You realise it's not a cigarette. You get the strong smell of skunk and something else, but you can't quite understand what this something else is.
she tries her best not to pull a face at the smell.
It's for the pain. Don't be telling you the sheriff. Between you and
I
I,
won't.
you'll keep an old man's secret, wouldn't you?
I mean, of course. I'm not. I'm really good at keeping secrets.
Good. Keep it that way. So,
So,
a lovely day, yes?
I suppose. Do you know when Garrett should be back with your medicine?
Could be 30 minutes, could be hours. Sunday, clinic may be closed.
Hmm.
But I need my medicine, so I'm assuming if they are, someone will help me get in.
I hope so. I'm tired of people lying to me.
People are lying to you. Aren't you the new girl in town? How many people could possibly lie to you?
So far, my best friend has lied to my father about what happened to me, and now she's lying to me, even though I know that isn't true. And then when I go to the other person who knows answers, they run away.
Best friend? Been here for a few days, you've already got a best friend?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's my only friend, so I guess that would mean she's my best friend.
And it's,
As he coughs, I like pat his back.
yeah, as he coughs into like an anky, he pulls it away and you see black blood. Oh, and he tucks it into his wheelchair. I suppose if not the case, you're my first friend, so you're my best friend.
What, your son doesn't count?
Garrett, no. We don't see eye to eye on everything. I wish he was, not to be rude, but smarter with his decision making.
How so?
He makes dumb decisions that get him into trouble. He always has. It's his curse.
Like kiss a dying girl?
Oh, when did he do that?
Friday?
He takes another drag of his joint. And then hands it to you.
Oh, I don't do drugs.
Yeah, neither do I.
Huh?
Neither do I as he takes a drag of it.
You're worse than my dad.
Maybe you should send him down to the beach.
Maybe.
Actually, no, I don't think he'll handle what I'm smoking.
I don't know. Dad's a big skunk.
Oh. So what do you want out of all of this?
I just want to talk to Garrett.
What do you want from my son?
Answers?
I can give you answers. There's
Alright.
nothing between me and Garrett. None he keeps a secret.
So, you know what happened Friday night?
He's told me some of it. He's told me his truth, yes.
What did he tell you?
I'm your elder, correct? You're not secretly
Yes, sir.
30 years old, like 60 years old. So you remember an old man as he takes another drag. You go first.
Okay.
What do you remember?
Well, I remember going to Raven's house to change clothes because we're going to a party and I didn't want to wear my sweater. So she gave me a white top and I just kept my skirt on. We went to the party. I did not drink anything because I promised my dad I wouldn't drink anything at the party. I had a beer at Raven's house. I didn't drink at the party.
Keeping promises.
I danced with some of the cheerleader girls. Huh?
Keeping promises to your parents is good. Wise.
I danced with some of the cheer girls. I danced with Raven. I tried to dance with Garrett. He didn't want to dance with me. And then we left for the cop thing. Huh?
He gets nut from me. Not a big dancer as he looks down to his barely working legs.
Well, you have an excuse. I'd say his legs are pretty well.
He laughs as you say, as he can imagine you checking out Garrett's legs.
So I didn't say that in the right order. I danced with cheerleaders. I tried to get Garrett to dance with me. He said no. I guess the perfume, like, so he left. Then I danced with Raven. Then we left before the party got broken up by cops. But as we were leaving, one of those, like, militia guys shot me in the neck and was going to shoot Raven, but then this dog came and ripped him apart and then morphed from dog into a naked Garrett. Then he kissed me.
By the imagination.
It wasn't an imagination. He kissed me, bit me. So not a fun first kiss as I'm dying, right? Then in and out of consciousness, I'm going back home. Raven's trying to get me changed in her car while Garrett drives. I'm at home. I have this weird dream where Garrett feeds me something out of a bowl, and then jumps off my balcony. Then I have another dream where my eyes are yellow. This dog wolf thing is trying to like claw its way out of my stomach. And then I wake up and I don't have fever anymore. Apparently my mirror is broken. My balcony door is broken. I can smell, hear things now that I wasn't able to earlier. I really want to eat this raw meat in my fridge, and that's disgusting. And my best friend's lying to me. My dad thinks I was roofied, and now I don't know what I'm talking about. And now I'm talking to you on a beach instead of the other person who's there.
Takes another drag of his joint, and he goes to hand it to you again. He goes, "Fuck! It sounds like you need this more than me, and I'm dying."
I don't do drugs.
Maybe start, love.
I can't. I have to have a clean record. I want to get into a good college for cheering and get a good job so me and dad don't have to rely on my stupid mom.
Well, for first, as he puts out the joint in like an ashtray just full of them, I'm not gonna lie to you. Your life's changed Friday night. It's up to you if you change for the worse or the better. My son is a fucking idiot. I don't know. He gets his complex off his mother. One's the best for everyone. Some things are going to happen to you over the next couple of weeks. It's not going to feel fun. It's not going to be fun. You will endanger those you love. Do you think you can deal with it? If not, there's only one way out of this.
And what's that?
He shakily holds up two fingers to the side of his temple and slams his thumb down like imitating a firearm.
Actually, his face is horrified.
My son is not a coward, he's just... obedient. I'm going to die soon. And he wants to make me proud. And between me and you, I am. Very much so. He showed more strength than I ever could. But that is also going to be his downside. He's gonna die to it one day. And I don't want that for him. I want him to live a long, loving life. He can't do that here with me. He can't do that here with you unless you understand what's happened. You're not gonna believe me until it happens. So, once it happens, come find us. Or at least me. And I'll tell you the full truth. Just know if you care for those you love, find a place to disappear to on the full moon. If you,
What's gonna happen on the full moon?
you'll hurt those you love the most. I know it sounds ominous as the sound of a cough, but it's true. He hopes that he hasn't damned you to our life, but there's no going back from his decision.
As he says that, Ashley will put her bottom lip into her mouth and sort of just like tongue at the scar.
He gives you a smile to that. At least he chose a nice way of doing it.
What, by stealing my first kiss?
That boy. Do you really want to talk to him?
Of course! He's the only other person that was there. My dad doesn't believe me. Raven won't talk to me.
So he did his job. What are you going to tell the sheriff? It's at this moment, like, how does he know you're going to talk to the sheriff?
What makes you think I'm going to talk to the sheriff?
An hunch.
I'm going to tell her the truth.
You're going to tell her a truth. If you care for your life and the ones you love, and Garrett. And Raven.
Oh, that sounds like a threat.
It doesn't have to be.
Just throw some random kid under the bus. That didn't happen.
Make up a lie, describe someone who doesn't exist. I don't care. But just know if my son ends up in a jail cell, bad things are gonna happen to good people. We both know what happened that night, and Garrett isn't innocent. Garrett isn't innocent.
It was a dog that killed that kid, not Garrett.
Are you sure?
It was a dog. Emphasis on the was.
I think you understand more than you're letting on. So let me spell it out for you in clearer words. We're good friends, right? You're my best friend.
I guess.
Someone roofied you. You took it badly. It's been a few days with a fever and high blood pressure. The wound on your neck's achy. Not a...
Ugh.
It wasn't given to you by Garrett. He refused to dance with you because you were too drunk.
That makes me seem like a whore.
It's better than the truth.
It's not.
What do you suggest?
I don't know.
Teen pressure.
Not much in Garrett at all.
You already have. That catches you off guard again. How the fuck does he know what you told your dad?
Just pounce.
A lie is easier when there's some truth in it.
I don't understand. I suck at lying.
Then add as much truth as you can. But you can't mention that Garrett ripped a man in half.
I didn't tell anybody he ripped him in half. How did you knew? Because you're his dad.
How do you think I know? Tell me everything. But whatever you tell them may get him locked up. And if you care about anyone in this village, or Raven, you won't. He throws up more blood. Let him in his cell. It will kill him and everyone else.
I won't.
And what are you going to tell the sheriff?
I don't know yet.
Well, make it believable. For his sake. He's already beaten himself up for it.
Why?
He let himself enjoy life. And it bit him in the ass.
No, circumstances happened. It's not his fault.
No, but the consequences will end up on him. So what are you going to tell him? What are you going to tell the sheriff? You're not leaving this beach until you can. Tell me what you're going to tell him.
Oh, that we went to a party, we left early, and we were attacked by some guy. Garrett got him off of us, he ran into the woods, and he took us home.
Why were you feverish? Why have you been unconscious for 2 days?
Stress mixed with the getting left in the rain. I have a bad immune system. I get colds bad. She is beet red.
If I don't believe you, they're not going to. Raven's mom is sheriff for a reason. She's good at reading people. I don't believe you. You're bullshitting me.
You don't know that.
So what are you going to tell her mom?
Um, uh, mm, that, mm, mm. Me and Raven went to the party. I danced with some girls in the cheer squad. I talked to Garrett, see if he wanted to dance, and this older looking guy uh, offered me to give me a drink, and I was thirsty, so I took it. And then me and Raven left early. I started feeling sick, uh, and that guy who gave me the drink showed up again, pushed me to the ground, going to hurt Raven, and uh, was attacking me when Garrett came around and pushed him off, scared him off. He ran into the forest, and Garrett took us home.
He seems to be enjoying the first part of the story. As soon as you mention his son, his demeanor drops. Yeah.
People saw me talk to him.
Yes, and that's where it stays. Once he leaves the party, don't mention him again.
But my dad saw him take me home.
Raven could have found him and asked for help.
Shouldn't that be something that she tells her mom, not me? I won't know what's going on. As far as I know, Garrett just appeared. I was too busy getting attacked.
Play on that.
Hmm?
Play on the fact you were attacked. If you have to play dumb, don't mention him after the party. He can't be a suspect. We're passing through. Anything that holds him here is bad.
Why don't you guys just leave?
Me. I told you I wouldn't lie. It's me. The reason I won't leave is me. This is my birthplace. So for my truth, you need to lie better. I'm gonna die soon, and I'm gonna die here. So that's what my family do. We put the land we come from, we die there. No matter how much my son likes to admit it, he knows the truth. And it hurts him every day. So he doesn't need a nosy sheriff sniffing around on it.
No. You're such a best friend.
He smiles. You're not the first person to tell me that. His hair's pear cut. Your father's awake.
You should be sleek. That liar.
Where you go? Don't put him in danger.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
And before the next full moon, find somewhere safe to hide and sleep for the night. And away from everybody you love.
You have any suggestions on hiding spots?
I wouldn't be in this predicament. She looks down to its wallowing body. If I was a smarter man. If the sheriff doesn't come looking for my son, I'll send him your way. Maybe he can help.
I appreciate that.
So don't screw him over.
I have no reason to.
Thank you. Friend.
You're welcome. So I won't be your best friend anymore. You'll have so much of it.
I'm always tired. Thank you for accepting him as he is. He's had a tough couple of years.
It looks like they're not going to stop coming.
That's up to you. Okay. Yes, you finish speaking with him. Before you leave, he asks for another beer as he finishes, drags over his and throws the bottle into the bonfire.
I'll pop him another one.
He gives you a smile and then holds out another joint for you to light. You feel as you go to light it now, your senses kick in again as they were earlier. And as you go to light it, you get a strong, sharp whiff of something your body does not like as it jolts away from it for a second. And then it fades as you lean in and light this joint.
Well, you cut in there. It's awful.
Yeah, the devil's lettuce isn't for everyone. He takes a drag and then coughs up a lung.
It doesn't smell like it's weed.
Thanks to keeping an old man company.
Anytime. And if you need a smoking buddy, I know a man up the hill that would love one.
We both know, is it? We both know we'd be in trouble for that.
Like my mom would ever find out. She's never home.
Well, you both argue about it enough. Then your mind locks on the last argument you had about smoking was in your car.
How did you hear that?
Go on. I'm sure your father's worried.
Uh-huh. Well, make that one last. I don't know how long Garrett's gonna be gone.
Yeah, we'll see.
No.
You say bye and you walk off down the beach. As you get halfway up the cliff, the staircase, it's about a 30-meter decline. So it's quite a hard walk back up the hill. It's easy to get down the staircase, but still, it would be tiring for a normal human. But for you, yeah, you skip up this like you're an athlete. Cheerleading's really done its work. Yeah. And as you probably get about 2/3 of the way up, you see lights on the beach heading towards the campfire. And the man in the wheelchair has a familiar pickup truck pulls up. And a Garrett-looking silhouette steps out.
Asshole, waiting for me to leave.
Yes, you get back to the house as you start leaving the woods, thinking about the conversation you just had and the implications of it all. You see a police car parked in the car park area outside your house, saying the Waycliffe Sheriff Department on the side. A short brunette lady steps off the porch after talking to your father. She's probably about the same height as Raven now. She's a lot paler than Raven is.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair tied up, but in her facial features, like a nose shape and her eye shape and stuff. This is definitely Raven's mum. As she steps down, she's like, she says to Roger, "Do you know where she would have went? I'd really like to talk to her."
I'm right here.
They both look over you, and your father's like, "Ashley, I told you to stay in the house."
I got bored. The cable's not working yet, so I went for a walk.
You're still weak. You still got a fever. Ashley, what? Sorry. Ashley, the sheriff. Sheriff, the Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley.
He's also like, shut up. You're grounded. I hope you know that.
Why am I grounded?
You said you'd stick around until the sheriff got here. Then you went for a walk. If you needed fresh air...
I didn't say that.
It was implied. You could have sat in your balcony for fresh air.
Implication doesn't mean truth. If you wanted me to stay inside, you should have said it. The only thing that was promised was that you get to some sleep.
I wouldn't have slept if I knew you were going to leave.
Dad, I'm fine.
Do I have to stay up awake now?
I cooped up in the house for 2 days.
You were feverish. You don't remember it. You asked me how many days you've been out. Well, you know, it could have been a blink of an eye.
I'm sorry.
Never mind. Talk to the sheriff. You're still grounded. Storms off in the air, slams the door behind him. The sheriff sort of looks awkwardly between you during this argument. Sorry?
Don't be. It's my fault.
No, it's been a hell of a weekend. Do you have some time to talk?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, mind taking a seat? And she points to the swinging porch chair that's attached to this cabin. If you sit on it, it makes a creak, has a chainsaw thing since it's not been used in who knows how long. She leans up against the banister of the cabin as your father fumbles around inside, trying to act angry with you, but you've sensed a relief. So, Ashley, I heard you and my daughter went to a goddamn church.
Is Raven okay?
Raven's fine. Did you speak to her? Your father said you would.
Yeah, we didn't talk long.
Yeah, she's one of few words. She always has been. She gets off her father.
Ashley kind of has a questioning look, because like last time they were hung out, she did most of the talking.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Raven and her mum don't have like a strong relationship. And you get Raven says probably 3 words to her and blames her for a bunch of stuff. And if you ever got to know her father, you'd understand what you mean by he doesn't speak much. She's complicated. Teen years.
Uh-huh.
Hmm?
Nothing.
So what happened that night as she pulls out a booklet out of her chest pocket of her bulletproof, flips it open, pulls out a pencil, licks the tip and starts writing. She writes the date, the time, your name.
Do you want like the whole thing to where I remember, or
Yeah,
just...
from where the night started, where you think it started to go down a hill to what you remember last.
Okay. Well, the night started with me and Raven stopping at my house to ask my dad permission to go to the party. Then we stopped at your house so I can get changed. I changed into some of Raven's clothes because we didn't think mine would work well at the party, so she let me borrow one of her Metallica shirts and some of her shorts. And then we went to the party. I danced with some of the cheer girls for a little bit, and I tried to dance with this one guy who was there. Another
Do you have a name?
kid, but he, I think it's like Gareth or something.
Do you know how to spell that?
Don't really.
Actually, no, I know how to spell that. That's the boy who lives on the beach, right?
Maybe.
Okay, Garrett.
But he said he had to go, so he left. Then this other guy, I didn't recognize him from school, came up and offered to get me a drink, and I was kind of thirsty because dancing. And I was like, sure. I should have thought more about it, but
And you drank the beer.
I did. Yeah, it tasted weird, but I chalked it up to it being beer.
What does this guy look like? Age, description?
Maybe like 19. He was kind of tall. I don't really remember what he looked like. Sorry.
Anything you can remember? Anything at all? Was he from Waycliffe? Was he from one of the surrounding towns? You said he was a college graduate?
Probably like 19
Do you think
or
he was
so.
from Seattle?
Probably he didn't. I didn't see him at all when I came into Waycliffe, and I don't recognize him from any like.
Roll me a persuasion, manipulation.
Oh no! What does my disadvantage give me? Hold on, let me see. Ooh, decrease by 2.
Manipulation, persuasion, charisma.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you. Your charisma is higher.
Hold on. Okay, so I'll do persuasion, charisma. That's not the right one. I'll have to do it -2 though. Yay! I love having this
Difficulty
thing.
3.
Submit. Pool size -2. Difficulty 3. Oh, please work.
2. Would you like to willpower?
No!
Okay, you can willpower 2 of those dice.
Yes. I cannot. I refuse to not. Where's my willpower? There it is. Reroll.
Willpower will become more important in the future once the full moon has passed. Woo.
I got no successes.
Yeah, so nondescript guy, varsity jacket, college student. Strange that he came so far from Seattle to a town that isn't really known for its partying to pick up chicks.
Like I said, I didn't recognize him, so I wouldn't know where he's from.
Okay, she writes something else in the paper but doesn't read it off loud as she has been up to this point. Anything else? How did you get home?
It's kind of fuzzy, but I remember us leaving the party. Then that guy showed up again. And then he he pushed me down and I heard Raven scream, so I didn't know what happened, and so I'm sorry. It's kind of fuzzy.
No, please. Anything else?
Well, when we were leaving, I felt weird and kind of hot, and so I was kind of stumbling, and Raven was asking me if I was okay. Like I said, that guy came back. I guess he followed me out, and he attacked me, and I don't know.
Stops writing at this point. Roll me a performance persuasion. Difficulty 2.
Performance.
Yeah, charisma.
Performance what?
Manipulation.
Charisma.
Hmm.
Roll 3.
Difficulty 2. You got it. As you start like tearing up a bit, she starts writing. She slams a book because she has a teen daughter who persistently puts herself in dangerous situations from what the sheriff knows. And she stops writing, pops the book away, and comes over and gives you a hug. Sits down next to you, wraps her arms around you. We will find him.
You don't have anything to go on because I don't know what he looks like.
Find him, we'll bring him to justice, I promise. I understand how painful this is for you. But you must be strong. You must move on with it, life. You must look forward, okay? Can't let it just bog you down. Well, I mean, insight, wits, insight. Difficulty 3. Yeah, you believe it?
No.
She wraps her arms around you. We'll find him and bring him to justice. If you remember anything else, please let us know. I'm sorry this happened to you. I should have been a better sheriff.
You can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah, you say this, but... well... Please, look after yourself. Don't do anything too serious.
Nobody knows about this, right?
No, I kept it under wraps.
Don't need some randos at high school think I'm a whore.
They shouldn't. But you know what I say?
You don't know what
I
high
was once
schoolers are
one,
like.
but yeah, you're right. Thank you, actually. If you remember anything, here's my number, and she pulls out a shower card and hands it you.
Thanks.
I'll send Raven over if you want.
Of course.
She gives you a hug again. She pulls
I
back.
hug her back. She seems like a great mom, much better than Ashley's. She just gives her a really big hug.
The world's shit for us, you know? If you ever need me, got my number. I'll listen to you whenever you need me to.
Yeah. Thanks.
Anytime. I mean it. Morning, night, anytime. And she walks off and goes back to her car. As she gets into her car, she uses a car phone, because police cars back then had those. Rings someone, and then she pulls away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Ashley will take a moment to like wipe away her tears and just like straighten her skirt down and just rest like, I hope that's good enough before going inside to see your dad.
Been all today's been. You don't know what time you woke up. The day feels like it's been a few moments, like you've maybe been awake for 3 to 4 hours, but the sun's already going down. As you enter the house, seeing the sun dipping in the rising, your dad is just frantically looking around. Well, there's evidence that your father was frantically looking around, but he's nowhere to be found. With a bit of exploration around the house, you find him on his side of the family balcony, having a cigarette.
Are you okay, Dad?
Yeah, I'm fine. As he takes another drag of his cigarette and throws it over the balcony.
That's how you cause a forest fire.
Shit. Sand Lake?
If you want a smoking buddy, there's a guy down there that could use one.
I don't smoke, remember?
Uh-huh. And you definitely don't smoke when you're looking out on a lake with some company.
Gives you a smile.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. You've had a tough weekend. If I knew all this shit was gonna happen, I would have kept us in New York.
Dad, worst things could happen to me in New York. At least nothing happened to me.
You weren't roofied in New York. You were happy, you had friends.
I have a friend.
A friend.
Yeah, a great friend. A best friend. 2 best friends, actually.
Oh, you do move fast.
Uh-huh. Besides, the girls on the squad at New York aren't really good friends.
Teen drama?
No, it's just... They said they called and they haven't. And whenever I call, their parents say they aren't there.
Oh dear. As he closes the distance, gives you a big hug. The smell of smoke is strong on him. I'm happy you're okay. And yet...
Are you
yeah,
okay?
fathers are immune to pain and worry. Yeah, no, as far as that,
Uh-huh.
we're impenetrable defenses against the shitty world that exists for our children. Yep, glad you agree. I'm sorry I was angry. You're not
Uh-huh.
grounded.
I shouldn't have worried you. I should at least let you know that I was going down to the beach.
I was scared. No, I wasn't. I was an impenetrable fortress. Yeah.
I scared you.
If I could speak my emotions and not need to be the man of the house. My daughter,
Dad,
who
you already have the man of the house. And she's off working.
he laughs on it. I do have to be the mother for both of us, don't I? I thought you were gonna disappear and get hurt again. A wound's still fresh, kiddo. I
I'm
know,
okay.
but it's gonna take me a while to be there where I'm okay with you being okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, if I randomly have a panic attack every time you leave the house, it'll take me a little to get over it, okay? I will. I don't plan on keeping you in a cage. Hmm?
I can get a pager if you want me to. You can page me.
That'd be lovely. Please.
Okay. I'll see if they have it next time I go in town.
Oh, in this place? You'd be lucky to find a fucking Morse code device.
A telegram.
That's the word. Yes, that. God, I miss New York.
Really? I kind of like it here.
No. Yeah, me too. But, it's too quiet.
I don't know. The forest is loud.
Might be for you, but it's not for me. Grew up in the city, you
Got
know?
all those writers' thoughts swimming around. I'm a dumb ditzy cheerleader. Ain't got nothing going on.
Yeah, but you're also your mother's daughter.
What's
And
that mean?
this place is in your blood. You've always been super independent. I can put out all the worry I want, but you're always going to leave me behind, dear old dad.
No.
To spread your wings and be independent. And I'd be a terrible father if I didn't hope you did. I need you to be strong for this world because one day I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And I won't be there to look after you. Because you and your mom definitely don't guard me. No, I'm definitely the man of this house.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Big strong man.
Thanks. I need that.
Yeah.
God, I love you. As he reaches in for a hug.
She hugs him really hard.
I know it wasn't your fault that you were roofied.
It's not your fault.
And I know it's not my fault. And I'm not gonna try and hold it against you, but God, was I terrified when Gareth brought you back like that.
His name is Garrett.
Whatever, okay?
He saved me, so you don't have to be scared.
Maybe I will go and...
Have that smoking buddy?
Yeah. But it stays a secret, right?
Of course. Mom never said you couldn't have friends. What you do with those friends is none of my business.
We'll keep it that way. Speaking of friends, I'm sure yours are worried sick.
Yeah, my whole two.
As Raven walks out onto the balcony, as your father sees her over your shoulder.
Hey.
Hey. And you see her tearing up.
Oh, man.
And she runs over and hugs you. I'm so glad you're okay.
We're so okay.
Are you?
Huh. Are you?
She nods as she tucks her face into your neck and just gives you the biggest hug ever.
Actually, we'll return the hug.
Your father leans in, gives you a kiss on the head. Leave you two to it. I'll be down on the beach if you need me.
Apparently he has the strong stuff, so be careful.
He gives you a smile. And then, looks to Raven like, shh. Because, you said that around the sheriff's door.
He's cool, Dad.
He leaves. I'll be back before you go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, he walks out. And Raven waits to hear the front door close behind him. I'm so sorry.
For what?
For everything.
You didn't do anything.
I invited you out.
That doesn't equate to me getting...
You nearly
hurt.
died, Ashley.
That's not your fault. That's that fucking kid's fault.
If I didn't invite you out, if you were just the good new kid, it would have been fine. And bad luck,
And you would
okay?
have gotten
Everything
shot.
I care and love for dies, okay?
Well, I'm not dead. So either you don't love me enough, or I'm different.
After some weird circumstance, you're not dead.
Yeah.
Whatever he fucking did to you.
Kiss me.
I haven't heard of a kiss sealing a gunshot wound.
I haven't either.
So what the fuck happened?
I don't know.
All he did was threaten my life, my mother's life, told me to keep it a secret and lie to you.
Great. That's what his dad did to me. Told me to lie to your mom, and then, everyone would be okay if I lied to your mom.
Well,
I think it worked.
So what happened? Has he spoke to you? Do you know what's going on?
His dad did.
Oh great, you
He
met his
ran
dad.
away.
Howard.
His dad's pretty nice, minus threatening my friends and family, but he's pretty cool. That I need to hide somewhere for the full moon, which was ominous to say. But he seems cool.
And I'm so glad you're okay. She hugs you again.
I'm glad you're okay.
You promise me if he tells you anything, like you'll know, you'll let me know, right? No friends,
Oh.
no secrets between friends.
Yeah.
I really want to help you, Ashley. I feel so bad for lying.
I mean, you didn't have a choice, really. Do you know a place I could hide where I don't hurt anybody?
I saw him rip a guy in half.
I thought that was what happened.
I looked it up. Do you know how hard that is?
I imagine it's difficult. Hold on,
Yeah.
earthquake is what happened.
So the moment he threatened my mum's life, I believe him. He's not a safe person, Ashley.
I don't know what to do.
Neither do I.
What if I become a not safe person?
Mom said I can stay if you need me.
I don't like that. I missed you.
Oh yeah. Before I forget, she reaches into like a little bag she has and pulls out a tin. And as she pulls out the tin, you start to smell the overwhelming smell of cannabis from it. And then she pops it open, and as she pops it open, you feel a deep sickness in your stomach as she pulls out your necklace and hands it to you.
It stinks. Why would I wear that?
And as she hands it to you, as you pull away, she's like, "Joe, like you wore it."
I know. I didn't know it smelled that bad. No wonder Garrett didn't want to dance with me. Ugh.
You don't want it?
Can you get the smell out of it? What's in there?
She looks at it and just panics and sort of throws it over the fucking balcony into the beach.
What?
You freaked out? I freaked out!
What was in it?
I don't know!
I guess we went out then.
Sleepover?
Sleep over, I guess. Oh, my bedroom mirror is broken, so, you'll probably have to use a different one.
I don't need a mirror.
This is my balcony door.
And yeah, you should probably spend the next hour or two just gossiping, like, having a laugh, talking about like school the next day, and if you're going to be okay enough to go. You telling that you may have to go and see the physician. She's like, "What are you going to tell them?" She cleans her makeup through like a little mirror she has on herself, and yeah, she's end up having a sleepover where you both fall asleep in the same double bed. She's out cold. And just before you start to doze off, you get a strong smell of Garrett. As you hear the sound of bare feet hit the balcony sound and slowly walk over to the patio door as it slides open. And with that, we'll end the session there.